Shantala and Manikanta sit together, their faces washed in the blue light of their smartphones. They are still, their attention entirely fixed on whatever is scrolling past their eyes. This state remains unbroken until their mother enters the room and interrupts. Her frustration highlights the friction that occurs when the digital world is prioritized over the physical home. Spending hours in this position has physical consequences. It leads to dry, strained eyes and a specific type of mental exhaustion that makes focusing on schoolwork or conversation difficult. This scene isn't an isolated family argument. It's a widespread shift in behavior, where the device begins to dictate the rhythm of the day, often at the expense of our health and relationships. We have access to the most sophisticated communication tools in history, but without limits, these devices can erode our focus and sense of calm. Navigating this landscape requires a strategy to reclaim our time without having to abandon the technology itself. This framework provides that strategy through 3 steps: Arivu, or awareness, Anupava, the experience, and Avalokana, which is reflection. Using these 3 steps provides a structural way to evaluate our habits and move away from the habit of mindless, passive consumption. Awareness acts as a primary filter. It is the practice of questioning the information and entertainment we receive, rather than accepting it as an objective truth. For younger users, this starts with a physical check-in. It means noticing when your eyes feel heavy or your neck starts to ache after a long session on a mobile device. For older users, awareness means recognizing that the narratives found on social media and in advertisements are often curated or manipulated to trigger a specific emotional response. When we apply this filter, digital information becomes something to be analyzed and verified, rather than just a reality to be lived in. The next step is Anubhava, or experience. To change a habit, we have to move past theory and practice better behaviors until they become a standard part of our routine. We can practice this through a game like River and Bank. In this scenario, the bank represents intentional, useful technology use, such as researching a school project or learning a new skill. The river represents the habits that drain us. If you catch yourself scrolling through videos while you're supposed to be eating dinner, you've fallen into the water. Navigating the internet is a series of choices. Using it to access educational opportunities is like finding a ladder. It allows the user to progress and expand their knowledge. But the internet also has snakes, misinformation, and excessive screen time that can quickly derail a person's focus and negatively impact their mental well-being. By treating these choices like moves in a game, the long-term consequences of our digital habits become easier to visualize and manage in the moment. Finally, there is Avalokana, or reflection. This is the process of putting the device down entirely to let the mind process what it has seen. This involves analog activities that ground us. It might be as simple as taking colored pencils and drawing a scene from the physical world, like a park or a playground. Taking this time reveals that there is a world outside of our screens that requires our full attention and participation to be enjoyed. Reflection serves as a circuit breaker. It stops the cycle of passive consumption and allows us to return to our devices with a clearer perspective. When we combine awareness, experience, and reflection, we can establish a digital pledge. This is a commitment to using technology in a way that preserves our personal safety and the peace of our families. This pledge includes verifying advertisements before trusting them and monitoring our screen time to prevent it from harming our physical or mental health. A central part of this commitment involves privacy. This means never sharing another person's photos or personal details without their clear verbal consent. This pledge turns digital safety into a shared responsibility, ensuring that our online interactions are respectful and secure for everyone involved. A smartphone is a highly effective tool when we are the ones directing its use. However, when we let it run our lives without oversight, it becomes a source of stress. We must decide technology's role. Will it serve us, or will we allow it to become the master of our time? You can take the first step by applying the awareness, experience, reflection framework to your own screen time and sharing your own digital rules in the comments below. Using screens responsibly is a skill that requires active attention.
By sticking to these principles, we can ensure technology remains a tool for our benefit rather than a drain on our lives.